So I want to relate a story that happened to me this week. Okay. I'm at CompTIA CCF. I'm standing around with a bunch of other security guys, and there's this moment where we're comparing the catfishing attempts on our phone, and I'm like, well, what about this one that I got yesterday? And they're like, well, what about this one I got last week? And I'm like, well, what about this one from last Thursday, right? And there's not enough of that happening, right? Of
Yeah.
people realizing that they're not alone, that this is a normal thing, that and we should be talking to people about it. We should be talking to each other about it. Um, that's my takeaway.
Yeah, my takeaway is, listen, if a majority of the cybercrime victimizations they dealt with could be prevented, then we need to build it as a community, and especially about so many of us who are dealing with, they're sandwiched. They have to be responsible for their kids. They have to be responsible for their parents, and that's really where I try to fit into this.
My takeaway would be, it seemed like just a big, I don't know if it's just where my head is or if it was the topic of conversation being social engineering or social interaction. But whether it be the beginning of the call talking about drunk kids and it being like, well, maybe the friends should give a shit about their friend, or whether it be maybe we should give a shit about grandma, or maybe we should give a shit about, comic book guy, you know what I mean? That's getting scammed online. Like maybe we just need to give more of a shit about each other. I think that's my
Well,
takeaway.
Well, and we can only, we can only do what we can do as individuals here, and it's like, how do you go over there? And, my whole challenge, it's a whole nother story, is how do you educate a population that really doesn't want to be popular? This goes into my four truths. Nobody ever expects to be a victim. As my 89-year-old mother would say to me, Scott, why are you carrying on about this nonsense? I only got $1,200 in my bank account. I'm like, Mom, what happens if you lose it? Oh, but they'll never target me. I don't have a lot of money. And that's where we have to draw on this.